Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Loom Detective, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to make these adorable Panda Fidget Spinner cases. So this is my original design. I came up with this myself. It is number 3 of my fidget spinner cases, so I'll have all the links down below. I also have covers for your fidget spinner cases made out of rainbow loom bands, so you can check out down below as well. And so as I said before, this is my original design, and if you would like to see more animal fidget spinner cases, go ahead and let me know down below what animal you want, and also write the word case next to it so I know you're talking about a case and not like a pencil hugger. So I really am excited to see what you guys think of these. So again, comment down below if you liked it, if you'd like to see more like it, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys how to make these. So make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button down below if you like what you're seeing and you'd like to see more. I have other rainbow loom tutorials on my channel, and I only post tutorials of things that I invented, designs that I created myself, so you won't find stuff on my channel that you can find somewhere else. So go ahead and make sure you check that out. I have lots and lots of tutorials on there. So I think that's it. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video or when I go live. I am going live next Saturday, like not this Saturday coming up, but the next one. So again, I do lives every first Saturday of the month, and I will post an announcement video telling you all the times and the information about that. And I think that's it. So again, make sure you comment how you like it, if you'd like to see more like this. And so let's get on with how to make this Panda Fidget Spinner case. Alright, so the supplies that you will need to make this Panda Fidget Spinner case is you will need your rainbow loom hook or crochet hook, rubber bands. I'm using black and white, the classic Panda colors, but it really doesn't have to be black and white. It could be whatever colors you want it to be. It could be pink and white, it could be rainbow, just be creative with it, really. So the amount of bands you need are approximate because I counted, but I could have miscounted. So I will try to get the exact amount down below in the description box or up on the screen if I have the wrong amount on there. So I used about 374 white bands, and I used about 125 to 140 black bands. Now that's a broader approximate range because I want to make sure you have enough. So if you have 140 bands, for sure you should have enough. But it's possible I only used 125. It's a little hard to count because I weaved everything in here. So the exact amounts for like the eye patches or the ears or just the mouth, I'll put those down below in the description box, so you know if you want to do different colors, if you want to do this color, this color, this color, and this color, and they're all different colors, then you know how many bands you'll need for each of those. I'm just going to put that down below. I'm not going to say it up here because it's going to be hard to remember anyway. So go ahead and pick out your colors and grab your supplies and we'll get started. Alright, so we're going to start by making the eye patches, and I'm going to show you how to do a magic circle, which will be also used on the ears. So go ahead and get your black bands, or whatever color you're using for the eyes, and you're going to take a band, put it on your hook, wrap it around 3 times, so you have 3 loops. Alright, so you got your 3 loops. You're going to put a band right there, and pull that cap band onto the band, and then put the edge back on it. Alright, now go back. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tricky part. You're going to grab that 3-piece cap band, turn your hook, and go into the hole. Alright, and you're going to go ahead and pull a band through just the cap band. Okay, and then stick the end on your hook. So now you have 4 loops, and then take another band and pull through all 4 of those loops. Alright, and then put the end back on your hook, and you're going to go ahead and do this again. Go into that. You always want to grab it with your fingers and stretch so you can see the hole. Put your hook in there, then grab the band, pull through, put the edge on your hook, take another band, pull through all of it. Alright, and so we're going to continue this process, and as you can see, there's this little edge band that's going to go around the entire circle, and we want to have 9 of those. So remember, you go into that band right there, pull through, put the edge on your hook, and then grab another band and pull all the way through. Okay, so you're going to do that until you have 9 edge bands, which it should be 9 stitches. So 9 to 10 stitches. So you can see right here, I already have 3 of those edge bands, and this is going to be my 4th. So I'm going in for my 5th, and we want 9 of those. So I'm just going to do this on camera with you guys. Just keep going, and it's really easy. Once you get more on here to find that cap band, you can just stick your hook right in there. It goes in very easily. All right, so this should be number 6 or 5. This is 6. Okay, now this is 7. Pull it through, and we are using this technique from Crochet Techniques. This is actually a crochet technique. I crocheted coasters for my Nana, and I used this technique, and I was like, oh, that's a cool technique. And then I went to make the Panda Fidget Spinner a while later, and I was like, oh, this would be the perfect technique to make the eyes with. So that was cool that that worked out. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 is on the hook. I want to make sure I have 9 that are down. So that means I'm going to do 2 more. So pull through all that. Right there. Pull through. And then this will be 9 edge bands. You can count, there's 9 there. And then I have 1 on my hook, and you're just going to go ahead and, no, we're not going to slip knot that one. That's for the ears. Okay, so we have 9 that go all the way around. And now we're going to go into this loop right here. Yep, just like that. And pull a band through all of those loops. Okay? Now go ahead and pull another band through. Then you're going to go into this loop right here, and you're going to pull a band through, and it's the same technique that we used in there, and then you're going to pull another band through the whole thing. So you can do this with 2 more loops. So you go into the next loop, pull a band through, put the edge on your hook, you got 4 loops, pull through, go into the next one, grab a band, I got 4 loops, and then pull through all 4 of those, and now you're just going to slip knot it, and that is your little eye patch. So go ahead and rewind the video and see how to make your other one, because you have 2 eyes. So go ahead and do that, and I'll be back once I made my second eye patch. Okay, so I have my 2 eye patches, and I'm going to show you how to make the little white parts of the eye. And it's really, really easy. It's just going to take a white band, wrap it around your hook 4 times, so you have 4 loops. Then you're going to take a band, go ahead and pull that cap band onto it, put the end on your hook, and now you're just going to make a slip knot. Alright, so that's the inside of your eye, and you're just going to go ahead and you can put it in now. You're going to poke through whichever side you want. You find which side you want to be the top. So this side or this side. I think I want this side to the top. So you go through the bottom, through the hole, and then you just grab that band and pull it through just like that. Okay, so it's really easy, and then later on we can weave that in. So you make 1 more, wrap it around 4 times, so you have 4 loops, grab 1 more band, pull it off onto there, put the end on your hook, and then do a slip knot. Okay, so I'll insert that one later, and now we're going to move on to the ears. So the ears is really just like a half magic circle. So instead of doing 9 loops on the edge of the inside, we're going to do 6. So you're just going to go ahead and make your magic circle. So you start out, wrap the band around 3 times, take a band, pull it off, put the edge back on your hook, pull that cap band, put your hook in there, pull it through, put the end on your hook, and then grab another band and pull through all of those, and on your hook. Okay, so we're going to do this till we have what did I say, six loops on the end. That's my dog. I'm not sure what she's whimpering. She's sitting on my lap and like whimpering. Sasha, it's okay. So you want 6 edge loops. So it should be about 6 to 7 stitches. And you just keep going into that cap band right there. Right. So you can tell when you're almost there because it's going to be bigger. This is kind of small right now. As you can see, I'm just going to count how many I have. 1, 2, 3. So I'm on the 4th one. Let's go back in, pull that band through, and then through there. And once you get the hang of it, it's just like any of the other things. You can do it while watching TV. I think I invented this while watching TV, actually. Sitting down with my family, we watch shows together, and I just work on Rainbow Loom stuff and see if I can come up with anything during the show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we want to have 6 loops and then have the extra. So I'm going to do one more like that, pull through. So now I have 6 loops all the way around. Take the last one, make it a slip knot. Alright, so now what you're going to do, you're going to stretch this out, and you see where that cap band is? Stick your hook through it, take another black band, stretch it, twist it, put it back on your finger so you have a double capped band. Put it on the edge of your hook and pull it through, and now stick the other end on your hook. Alright, so this is going to attach it close to the, you can see how it sits right there. It makes it close to the actual spinner case. Now you're going to get one white band, whatever color band you're using for the main part of your fidget spinner case, and you're just going to pull it through, and then you can either make a slip knot or put a C-clip on. I'm just making a loose slip knot. If you do a slip knot, make sure it's loose. Do not pull tight, because if you do, it will stretch the band out, and then when we go to put it on the case, it'll be all stretched out and stuff. So we're going to weave this in later, but that is what your ear looks like. So go ahead and rewind the video and make your other ear, because pandas have 2 ears. So go ahead and do that. I don't want to make this video super long, so I'm just going to show you how to do everything once, and you're going to rewind back. I will have the time description down below. And so go ahead and do that, and I'll be back once I finish my other ear. Alright, so once you have your 2 ears, you can go ahead and just set those to the side. Make sure your slip knots are not coming out like mine was. And then go ahead and just set them over to the side with your eye patches. And now at this time, if you want to make a tail. Now this is what it looks like without a tail. Okay, so you have the back and then you have the front. Alright, back and front. But if you want this little really cute little tail, it just goes right there. I didn't put it on because I wanted you guys to see what it would look like without a tail. Whoops. So I'm going to show you how to make the tail in case you want to make the tail, but you don't have to make it. You can go ahead and skip to the next part of the video if you're not making the tail. But if you are, stay right here. And if you're skipping to the next part of the video, I will put the time description down below for the actual fidget spinner case part. Okay, so we're going to start out with the, oops, fell in again, the magic circle again. You can tell what technique I was loving at this time. So you're going to go ahead and get your band, wrap it around 3 times. And now this one's going to be a little different. We're doing 10 bands, okay? So not edge loops, all right? So this is band number 1, and you put it in there. Now go ahead and stick it back in there. This will be band number 2. And we'll figure out how many edge loops this is once we're done. 2 bands. Oh, do it here. 3 bands. 4. There. 5. By now you should have, you should know how to do this magic circle. So that's why I'm not explaining it. 6. Right. Remember, you always go in that cap band. This will be 7. Then you pull band through all 4. 8. Alright, so 2 more. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. 9. And then this would be 10. Alright. So, now this is in focus. I'm not sure why it's not focusing. There we go. Alright, so now this is an odd technique. I just kind of made it up. So we want the tail to be like a little puffball like this. So the way I did that was, I know it's a weird technique, but it works. I just go through this next loop, then I come back around, go through that loop, and I'm going to pull a band through those loops. Alright, so you pull it through, put it on your hook, and then pull another band through. I gotta grab more bands. The band through, like that. Okay, and then go into 2 more loops. So, 2 more loops. Pull band through. This part can get a little tricky. You just want to make sure it goes through all of the bands on there, except the last 2. As you can see, it's already starting to puff out a little bit. So what I'm really going to do, this is enough that I like how it looks right now. I like the thickness of it, but if you want to make it like tighter at this end, you can go through 2 more loops, but this is fine for me. So I'm just going to pull a band through those, and what do you know, we're going to slip knot it. Alright, so that is what your tail looks like from the top, and you can adjust it. You can adjust everything on here. So that is your tail. Loose slip knot and set it to the side. And so now we are going to go on to the main fidget spinner part of the case, like the actual case part. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to start it and attach the ears, and then I'm going to just give you the link for my other case, and on there you will watch the video how to make the whole entire case, because I do not want this video being like 3 hours long. I'm just showing you how to make all of the parts and put them together, and you will have to watch the other tutorial for the actual case. I will list instructions on how to make it, word instructions, so if you already made it before, then you know what you're doing. You just follow the instructions and you'll be fine. But if you can't get it by the written instructions in the description box, then just go ahead and click the video link that I put there so you can watch how to make the actual case. So I'm going to show you the beginning part. I think I'm going to show you the first row or the first couple rows. So I'm going to show you those right now. Alright, so go ahead and get your main color. And you're going to make a cap band. Just wrap your band around once so it has that figure 8 look, and we're just going to do a single chain of 23. Alright, so 23. So I'm going to chain, oops. Sometimes I try to grab more than one band, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it just gets caught and makes a bigger mess. So just whatever I guess I feel like doing, like that. Try to get I try to do everything as fast as I can on here, because I don't want you guys to have to sit through me doing like an hour. I don't like having long videos, but some projects they just take a long time, but they are like really worth it because they turn out really cute, and this is definitely one of those. But so I try to go as fast as I can on here, so you guys don't have to sit through unnecessary parts. That's why I cut out parts and I don't include every single part. I have you guys rewatch the tutorials and stuff so that I don't want to be inconsiderate of your time. So this is my way of doing that. Alright, so I guess I should have been counting the whole time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So I was 1 over. Go ahead and take that out. And so now you're going to stretch it out so it's totally straight. And now you're going to take your hook over here and you're going to come in. Okay, so you're going to come in from like the opposite side. So I take this and I just turn it, and I stick it in there, because while I do that, I don't know why, it just like makes it straight. So you're going to go ahead and pull that through and connect those two together. Okay, so we're going to add the ears on now. All right, so if you saw how to make the fidget spinner case, we're just going to do the beginning stitch for the row, and we're going to add the ears on right now. Excuse me, sorry. I don't think I've ever sneezed on camera before. All right, so we're going to start out the fidget spinner case like we normally do. So the way I do it is chain one, then I'm going to go into this stitch. We're going to go into this stitch right here, but you see, normally you would go in like that, you think, but we're not. We're going to split it down the middle, right there, just like that. So now it looks like all the other ones. And now you're going to take one of your ears, okay, you're going to unslip knot it very carefully. You don't want it falling apart. Unslip knot it, all right? And now you're going to grab the edge band, okay? So grab that band. You're going to pull it through, and now put the edge right there. And we're going to grab another band and pull through the entire thing. So this is a half double crochet stitch. If you know crochet terms, that's what that is. And we use that to attach the ear, because when I made this, I really wanted the ears to be hanging off on the sides and to like fluff out and be really cute. Because these I just stitched on. Basically, that's what I did. I stitched them on because I couldn't think of a better way to attach them. But these, I wanted you to be able to see and to be able to stick out like that. I thought that was really cute. So that is the first one. Now we're going to go 12 more stitches. Okay, and on the 12th stitch, we're going to add the next one. So the stitches are all right, so your ear is on that end right there. So you're just going to go into the next chain right there, grab a band, pull through, and then pull a band through all of those. And just continue this for 12. So that was number 1. And you go into the next stitch, 4 loops now because you pulled that extra band there. Pull through, go into the next stitch. This is stitch number 3. Pull band through, you got 4 loops. Pull band through all of it. Next stitch, this is number 4. That works. If I just say it out loud, then I'll remember, hopefully. So we're going to go to the next stitch, that's 5. And this is just really easy. This is one of those that I would make while watching a movie or like listening to music or listening to an audiobook. I'm listening to an audiobook for school. I find that I have a better time focusing on like biographies and autobiographies if I listen to them than if I read them. I don't know, maybe because they talk with like emotion and stuff, and I have a harder time concentrating on autobiographies and stuff. So let me count. Oh, I started talking again and I lost count. Oh man, I should know better by now, don't you think? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 8. So I'm on 9. And the 12th one, 9, right there. I'm gonna go 10. 11. We're getting close. Yes. All right. So you're going to want to check to make sure. Now I would count from the top. So you see this chain right here is what we used on here. So you're going to count after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means this next stitch is my 12th stitch. So you go into it like you normally do. And instead of grabbing just a normal band, you're going to take that other ear, carefully unslip knot it. Sasha, stop barking. Grab one end of it, like that. Pull through, put the other end on your hook, and then take the other band and pull it through totally. Okay, and now you're just going to continue the normal process of the round. So just going into each chain and pulling a band through. You want to try to keep your chain straight the entire way around, so that way it ends up straight. But if it ends up twisting, like mine ended up twisting, because I'm not really sure how, but I end up twisting mine. It's like, no, I'm on camera, don't twist the one time that I need to be normal. So you can just, if that happens and it twists, all I do is I just twist the direction that it's twisting. So you don't want to twist it more. But I'm twisting this way, so I guess I would twist this way, and then I would go into this side to fix the twist, and then make it back to normal again. Alright, so you're going to just continue this round, and now this is where you would go to the other video, and I will put, if I remember, I will try to put the exact time link that you would go to in the other videos. You don't have to listen to the whole beginning and go through all the parts that you've already done. You would just go to the exact time spot right there and continue it. So you're going to go ahead and just finish the rest of this row and then go ahead and click that link, or if you'd rather follow the written instructions, then that would be fine. You can do that. Some people do better. Some people can read instructions. Some people just have a really hard time reading instructions. So that way I'm putting the option for both. So go ahead and finish your round, and I'm going to come back when my entire fidget spinner case is done. So I'm going to have the whole case, and I'm going to show you how to add the eyes and the mouth and the tail. So I'll be back once I'm done with that, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I finished my case. So once you are finished with your case from the other video, and you go down, and I closed it off and everything, so you should have been able to figure that out by the time description, the time links I left down below. So hopefully that helped you guys. But now I'm going to show you how to add on the eyes and the mouth. Alright, so if you want to leave yours like this, you can, but I think it looks really cute with the eyes and the mouth on there. So first we're going to start with the eyes, because if we don't put the eyes on there, we're not going to know where to put the mouth. So go ahead and get your eye, and you want to figure out where you want to put them, like the shape. You could put them this way, or really wherever you want to put them, but figure out the way you like them. You would like them to look. Okay, just like this. And now keep in mind that your fidget spinner case will most likely stretch out a little bit, because rubber bands stretch out. That's what they do. That's what they do best. So, so you can just keep that in mind as you're placing these. So don't get too worried if the eyes look really big, because your case will stretch out. So you can see this one is bigger than this one is, just because they stretched out. Alright, so I'm just going to try to figure out where I want these. Now when you have it, they probably will change position a little bit as we are stitching them in. So don't get too crazy with it, but you just want to make it look right. And you can always twist your little eyepiece to make it match the other one. Alright, so I think I'm going to put them like right there. That looks about right. So mine are going like right to the edge of the spinner, because these pieces are kind of big. But I tried making them smaller, and they didn't look very good. So the big ones add a lot of character to it, I feel like. So figure out where your eyes are, and keep in mind that you're going to be putting a mouth on here. So you want to know where you're putting that mouth. And there's different ways you can do the mouth too. So I'll show you what we're doing with that. See if I can make a curvy mouth right there. Alright, so once you figured out where you want your eyes, you're going to just take one of them, because we got to start out with one, whichever one you want to start with. I'm going to do the left eye first. Okay, so put your finger there. And what you're going to do is we're going to basically stitch this on. So while you're holding that, you're going to put your fingers in the inside. You have it in the same spot it was. And you're going to stick your hook in and find a starting place. So I'm probably going to start right here because that's where I have my little slip knot, and I can just use the slip knot as part of the bands there. So I'm going to go down here, and you're going to poke up in these little loops. You see that? Okay, so we want to poke up on the inside of the loop. Okay, so you see how they're like the loops on the edge, and then there's holes in the inside of it. You want to go on the inside, because if you go to the edge, it will make the eyes even bigger because it will stretch out. That's one thing you have to be careful when you're weaving this in. Be very careful of spreading them too far apart, because you can stretch the eye and make it even bigger than it is. And it's already pretty big, so we don't want to do that. So I have my hook in right there, and I'm just going to give it that little slip knot, and it's going to pull the slip knot through like that. Okay, so now I have the slip knot in here, inside right here. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to poke your hook up into the next chain. So I want it to come into this one right here. So poking my hook up. I want to keep mine small, so I'm keeping my hook towards the middle, like when I'm poking through into the middle and then coming out, because I want to keep this small. So you put your hook up there. Now you're going to take a black band, okay, and you're going to pull it through and keep hold on this end, all right? So pull it through, and you're going to pull it through, let me see, I want to make sure you guys can see this, through all of the bands, so even the slip knot band that we just used, you're going to pull it through that. Okay, so it looks like that. So you have one end here, one end on your fingers. Now you have to keep readjusting this a little bit as you're going on. So now you're going to poke your hook into the next chain while still holding this. So it can get a little bit tricky to make sure you don't drop it, but if need be, you can always put like a C-clip on one end, and if it's a big C-clip, and it should hold it pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the next spot. You see I dropped it. So if you accidentally drop it, just hurry up, go inside, and see how that happens. So I'm going to pick up my slip knot, grab that band again, the black band, and pull it through. Alright? It goes better if you go faster. So once you get the hang of it, it'll go better. So I just went into this chain right here, so I'm going to the next chain. So I'm going to come up here and through this chain. Then you put the other end on your hook. So now it's like this. Alright? You can see it like that. Grab another black band, pull it through. And it's really, we're doing the same way we closed off the bottom of this fidget spinner case. And we're doing the same thing. So you just keep making sure it's going the direction you want it to, because you don't want to end up with it like all weird and then you're like, oh no, now I have to redo it. So make sure that the eye is facing the way that you want it to. Okay, now go up to the next loop right there. Grab that band, put it on top, just like that. Take another band and pull it through. And that is what we are doing for the whole thing. So it is a little bit tricky, but if you go and take it slow at first, you should be able to do it. Once you get the hang of it, it gets a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going through the next chain right there. This is what we do around the entire eye. So that's all we're doing really, is we're just, okay, and once you have it on your hook, you can figure out, like you can lay this out and figure out where your eye's going. So you see, look how my eye, it looks like it's going off-centered, and I don't want it to look like that. That would be really weird looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that band and do this, and I'm going to angle it. So the next band I want to come up through here. And if yours is even further, like you need to go back another another chain because you went too far. And here's what you do, all right? So you're going to stick your hook through that, okay? And you're going to switch to the bands and unhook that one and pull it out here, okay? And now you want to make sure that you grab that band that's sticking out. So now we're back down one more chain. So now make sure it's facing the way you want it to. I'm going to come out and I'm going to do it here. And then put it on like that. Okay, and then you can check it out again. See, now that is more of where I wanted mine to be facing. I wanted mine to go in this way. Okay, so you just keep doing this all the way around the eye. Okay, and I'll do a few more stitches with you so you can see what it looks like. Okay, now I want to make sure it's still going around this way. So I'm going to grab that one here. And the best thing to do is just each time you do a stitch like this and you have your hook there, just flatten out your thing, your case, and make sure that's the direction you want it to be. You can even put your other one up there, see if they would both be that direction, what they would look like. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm just gonna pull a black band through. And the reason I'm using black bands is because it blends in. But if you're having a hard time doing the stitch, if you use colored bands, then you'll be able to see it, see exactly where your stitches are. Let's see, so I did a few stitches. Look, check to make sure it still looks good. Yeah, it still looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to finish my eye. I'll finish this one with you guys, and then I'll start you out on the other one. But I don't want this to be a super long video. It's going to be a long video already. So, alright, go into the next stitch. Alright, right there. And then to the next one here. Like that. Pull it through. See, now if you have two, you should make sure you only have one, because you only want one right there. And what I do, if it looks like it's making the eye too big, because as we do this, it kind of stretches the eye out a little bit. So if you close your thing and you have it like this, and you look like, oh, that looks like it's too fat, then once you have it, like I have this entire piece done, so I know it's not going to move anymore. That's the direction it's going, that's what it's going to look like. So when I would do the next stitches, I will come up through the white. Focus, there we go. I will come up through the white a little bit closer, because the closer in on the white, it pulls this in with it. So if it's getting too big, then that's what you do. You just come in closer, like almost underneath the black part, and that will make it smaller again. Okay, so that's a few little tips on how to do this. All right, see, I got a bunch of these. Normally it's the top one, the one closest to the little curve in the hook. That's normally, but you can always tug on it from the other side to check to see if that's what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that band, pull it through all of those. So this just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of making it look like the way you want it to look like. So, see, I'm almost done with my eye. Yay! This fidget spinner case is so cute. I like pandas. I think panda stuff is cute. They're not my favorite animal or anything, but like anything that pandas is normally really, really cute. You can even make like a little bow for it. Alright, so I think that's my last stitch right here. Looks like it. So it made the eye a little bit bigger just because of the way that you stitch it on. So you can see it's just a teensy bit bigger. And it might be because it's like flatter, but when we do it to this one, it should do the same exact thing. So you will be fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to turn out really good. And I'd like to see your guys' pictures, so you can go ahead and tag me on Instagram into your picture, because that would be really cool. All right, so I'm on my last stitch. It's focusing on that. All right, there we go. My last stitch. So I'm going to come up into that, pull the band. Okay, and now, you know, like when we have the hook, we measure and we look, and then we do another band. Instead of doing that, you're going to grab this band that you have already on there, grab it, and pull it down. Okay, so you're pulling it inside. So now we have 2 bands on the inside, and you're just going to do a slip knot. So you pull the one like that, and you're going to pull it tight, okay? Because we don't want this eye falling off. And the tighter you get it, the less likely it is to fall off. All right, so then you can sit this out. And you can stretch your eye out a little bit if it's looking a little funny. Sometimes you might have to go back and change a couple of stitches if it went a little wonky and like went the wrong way. But you can stretch it out, and sometimes you can even like squish it down to make it a little smaller. So I have my first eye like that, and that looks kind of funny actually with one eye. So now we're going to put the next eye right up there. As you can see, if you look right here, by doing this, it's stretched out the fidget spinner case already. So you can see it looks bigger than on this side. So it will do that, but don't worry, it's not a big deal. All right, so here we go. Make sure, and now the second eye is the one where you need to make sure that it's matching the other eye, because if you go off on this one and it goes too high, it still looks cute actually, but not as cute as if they were even. So once you get to like the top and stuff, you want to make sure it's on the same row of the case as the side is. So you always want to make sure that it's even. So when I do the second eye, I always stop and look at it, make sure it's at the same angle and everything. But even like this one, if you look, the angle's different. This one's pointing up more, and this one's more like sideways, and it should have been more like that. But like when you first look at it, like you don't totally notice that. So it's not a big deal if it's off, but I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I like everything to be this even and stuff. All right, so figure out where you're going to put the eye. Make sure it's on the same line as the other side is. Okay, it's going to be like that. Okay, now grab a hold of it. Fingers on the inside. Remember, we're going to start slip knot. So I go the same direction every single time. I always go right to left, like around in a circle. That's counterclockwise. Like on this, I started here and I went counterclockwise. That's just the way I do it. Doesn't matter which angle you do. That's just the way I do. So you're going to take your hook, put it inside. You're going to come out to right there. Let's see, went in the wrong side. Went right there in that loop, okay? Now you're going to, I always keep a hold on this at the beginning so it doesn't move. Grab that slip knot, pull it down. Okay, so you have that slip knot right there on the inside. You're going to go into the next stitch, just like that, right there. And we're going to grab another band. Now this is the one you have to hold on to the band, okay? So hold on to this side as you pull it through. Keep a hold on it. Now on this side, pull it through a slip knot band, just like that. All right. Now go to the next stitch, or wherever you think the next stitch is going to be. I think I'm coming in the wrong way. I want to make sure. All right. Right there. Oops, I grabbed an extra band. Oh, sorry. There we go. And now put the end on it, just like that. Okay, now here's where I start to measure, making sure I'm going the same direction. And if your little white piece starts pulling out, that's fine, just pull it back in. We can pull this through the back and stitch it in. As you can see, it's right there. So we'll pull that in at the end and stitch it. You just want to make sure it stays in the eye for now. Alright, so I'm going to look looks pretty good, I think. Let's see if I put it here. I think I want it in a little further. So I'm just going to pull that end off. And I'm just going to go in a little further in the white. Going in the same black chain, but I'm just going in this way a little bit with the white. Put the end on there. And then it's the same process as what we did on the other side. You pull that band through all of it. Then you go around, take a guess where your next one's going to be. Put it through. Check it out. Make sure that's where you want it. That looks about right to me. I'm going to grab that band, pull it through, just like that. Oops. And then I dropped it. So what that means, grab that band, and this band that you just did is falling out. So you want to make sure you grab that band so it doesn't totally rip out the stitch. And then you go in again and have to remeasure again since I messed up. Alright, so let's see. I think that looks about right. Yep, that looks about right. Okay, so pull it through like that. Go on to the next one. Now I'm making sure I'm in the right row on the top because I'm on the top, okay? You want to make sure it's even. Right there. Looks right. Just like that. Going to the next one. I guess I will be doing both eyes with you guys. Just seems to make more sense just to finish it off with you. Alright. There we go. Alright, and now I'm going to check it again. Probably should have checked it for the last stitch I did. Okay, let's see. Now always see if you can like move it a little bit instead of having to go back and change stitches. Alright, that looks right to me. The eye is a little bit further down, so I'm just going to pull it up afterwards. Alright, now they're not going to be perfectly even. It's rainbow and bands. It's not anything that we can really make perfectly even. So don't stress over it, just get it done. Alright, so I'm going to the next stitch right there. I want to make sure that looks... Let's see. That looks about right. Alright. Pull through all those bands. It's getting stuck on something. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying in the camera, but I'm sorry if I accidentally move out of range. It's not on purpose, I promise. Promise you. Okay. Alright, that looks about right. It's like that. I'm going to end up spreading the bottom to make it more even to that. So you can see how this one is a little bit more squarish and this one's rounder, but there's not really anything you can do about that. I memean, I can stretch out the edges to make them look a little more squared, or like push these edges in to make them look a little more circular, but other than that, it's so difficult to make it even. Right. Pull that through. Let me see, we want it to go right, we'll go there. Okay, let me look. I think that might be in too far. So I'm just going to take this off, pull it in, and go through a different chain, and then through there. Right. Okay. Just like that. Almost got it. There we go. Go to the next. See next fun. Alright. So as you can see, this does take a little bit of time to do this right here. to weave this in and to make sure it looks the way you want it to make sure it matches the other side. This is a little bit of a time-consuming project, but it is definitely worth it. Alright, so I'm almost done right there. Just got a couple more stitches to do. Oh, I let go of my band. So I accidentally pulled the band all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this band right here, because this one's not attached to anything in the front. I'm going to have to redo that stitch. So as you can see, there's a lot of like trial and error in this. It's just you do what you think looks good, and if you mess up, you fix it and move on. It's just the way it goes. Alright, so this is my last stitch. I'm going to pull it through right there. Okay, now grab that, you just put it on there, and you can take one last look to make sure it looks alright. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit this way. Let's see if it makes it a little more even. So you can see this eye is a little bit bigger than the other eye, so I'm just going to squish it a little bit. And that actually normally works pretty good. So now they're pretty even. Oops, the band came off. Okay, remember you just bring that end all the way through to the other side. And mine already automatically made a slip knot right there. It just pulled through the end. So just like that. And if you have the two ends on your hook, you just make it into a slip knot. A slip knot. Okay, so now you have your two eyes on there. As you can see, it did stretch out this part. But don't worry, you can always stretch out this part to make it even. Alright, so that is what yours looks like at the moment. So I'm going to show you how to make the mouth and how to put on the tail if you're wanting to do the tail. And then I'll show you just how to weave these in real quick. That doesn't take long at all. So we're going to start with the mouth. Now, if you stretch your spinner case out a little bit, once it actually stretches, the mouth should look the same. Alright, so on this one, you can see the mouth I did, it looks a little bit like sharp-edged, like, you know what I mean, like slick lines. So if you can do it like more curvy, that's what I like, but I wasn't able to do it more curvy. So really, the mouth, you can choose whatever design you want. You can even like make a little like a tongue sticking out of it if you want that like pink tongue. That'd be really cute. I'm just going to do a normal smile. See if I can make it a little curvier than this. But it's really up to you. You pick a mouth that you like, and we're doing practically the same thing as this. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to go in, decide where you want your mouth to start. Okay, so I'll start my mouth here. Yeah. Let's go down one more. I'll go here. Maybe not. I'm so indecisive, so I just have to pick a spot and be like, okay, that's where we're going. We're going to see if we can get a little bitty curvy mouth. That's what I'm going to try for. So you stick your hook out, grab your band, pull it through, keep a hold on this end, go up a chain. So see if you can see it this way. Go up the next chain, and you put the end on there. Grab another band, pull through all the way to the other side. And this one's a little harder to see on the inside because it's way far down. You make sure it pulls through that, go through another chain. Now this is where you make how you want your mouth to look. You start curving it, or you can make it like straighter. I'm going to try to get mine curvy. We'll see if it works. And if you don't like your mouth, it's really easy to take out. So don't worry about it. Alright, so we're going to take another band. I like where that is right now. So far anyway. Pull it through the band in the back here. I'm just going to show you. So this is what happens in the back. It gets caught. You want to pull it through all of those. Oh, I dropped it. No. Okay, so you can see it slowly flying away, pulling out. Come back. Okay, so that didn't work. So because of that, I'm going to have to go back a stitch like that and then pull it through. Of course, the one time I show you what you're supposed to do in the back, it falls off. Okay, so you pull it through all of those bands. Alright, so now I'm going to try to curve it around this way. I don't know if I like what that looks like. Now this first one looks big, but you can just go to the inside and you pull it, and it will make it bigger on the inside and smaller on the outside. So that is how you make yours the way you want it to look like. Alright, so I'm going to go with it. You can make like, you know, like those emojis that have like the, just half of the mouth coming up, like the half smile, like the smirk. That's what reminds me of a smirk. You can do that, where it's up on one side and then it comes across straight. And you can also stretch them out. So, just be careful when you stretch it out that your band doesn't fall off the hook, like mine almost did. That would be bad. Alright, so really, this is all, like, you guys make this part up. Because I can't tell you exactly where to put it, because it's really just personal preference on where you want it to go. So, but you want to like check it. And don't worry if it looks like some are looser than others, we can fix those. So it looks like right here I should go up. So I'm just going to pull that piece off and then go up. Like that. Okay. Pull that through. Go up a stitch like that. Oh, look, I got a little curvy mouth. You guys, I did it. Yay! Alright, I'm going to pull it through all those. And I don't know if I need it up one more or not. So once you have it the way you want it to look, I'm going to go on the inside and pull that first band because I don't want it that big. I want it to be a little smaller, and I want the second band to be a little bit bigger than it is. So then I pull it out from the front. Okay, so let's see. It doesn't look like I need to go quite up that far. Actually, yeah, I think I will. So I have it up here. So we're just going to end it the same way we did the other one. You just pull it through and make that slip knot right in there. So you tighten it like that. Alright, so there you have your little bitty mouth. That looks so cute. And again, you can pull and stretch all of these bands. And now you have the panda. Okay, so you stretch the bands out. The more you stretch these bands out, obviously the more stretched out they get, but a lot of times they take shape better when they're stretched out a little bit. So I'm going to you fiddle with it until you like the way it looks. So that is the front of mine, and I'm going to show you how to put on the tail and then how to like hide the ends and to like make this ear like stay up and stuff like that. Just little things. And if you want to add handles to it, I'll put a link below to my tutorial on how to add handles to your case. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want to add a handle to it. You can add a long handle, you can add a little bitty strap, just whatever you want. So for now, we're going to put on the tail. So you go up to the back, and you have to figure out where you want the tail. I normally have it about right there. So I have one that doesn't have a tail, because technically this is a panda face, but the tail is just so cute that I really want to use it. So I'm going to show you guys how to put on the tail if you like the tail too. So what I want to do, I'm going to hold it where the slip knot is. I'm just going to fiddle with it because I want it to be nice and fluffy. You know what I mean? Nice and fluffy and little. But I don't want it to stick out like way too far, so I'm also going to squish it down. And you can fiddle with how it looks up front. Just stretch a few things and squish them and just play with it a little bit till you're happy with the way it looks. And that one's not supposed to be standing out that much. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to go right about here. I think that looks about right. So I'm just going to make sure this is straight and Yeah, about here. So I'm going in, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Looks like about the 4th row up from the bottom. So that's where I'm putting mine. And I'm putting mine in the middle, because that's normally where they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this slip knot, pull it through, and pull it tight. Okay? So you're going to pull it tight in there. And then you want to check how it looks. So now that you have it in there, check how it looks. Make sure that looks the way you want it, exactly where you want it. And I think I like it there. I wish it was down a little bit more. No, I think that's fine. So I'm just going to leave it there for the sake of the video because this is already very long. So what I'm going to do is, got to keep hold of that in there. I'm just going to go up through a chain like right next to it, okay? So you don't want to go that far away. And I'm just going to grab a loop just like that. And I'm going to take a band. I'm going to pull it in. Pull it in. There we go. Okay. So, and then like we do on the inside, we pull it through that slip knot right there. The reason I'm doing this is because I want it to stay, and if I just use that slip knot, it's not going to stay. So go into another chain really close to it, and grab another little chain towards the bottom. Wait, I think that's the same chain I grabbed before. So another little chain. Put the end on your hook, and I'm probably going to just do this one more time. And pull it through. There. Go up one more time, and another chain. Grab, let's see, I'm going to grab it from this direction. Go this way. Grab it, and this time we're going to pull it all the way through without another band. So just pull that end through, and then you pull it tight. Alright, so now you're like, okay, that really looks bad. So what you got to do is you have to stretch out the top and then squish it down. Okay, because that's what we're doing. We're squishing it down because it's supposed to be a little flat tail. A little tail. Sorry, I'm not sure what's up with the accents today. They just keep coming out. Alright, so you want to squish it down, and if you find that it's still sticking out too much, then what you can do is come in from the back, grab a loop up high, and then pull it down. Like that. Go in another one, another stitch close to the thing. Grab an up high loop. Oops. And then the band, oops, sorry, and pull it through. And you just, because the higher the loops you grab, the more it pulls it down. Okay, so I'm going to just pull that one through. Oops. Grab it, pull it through. It's getting caught. No, do not get caught. Okay, tighten it. As you can see, that has squished mine down more, so it's not sticking out as much. So that's just what you do. You fiddle with it until you like how it looks. And so I've shown you the techniques you need to make it look exactly the way you want it to. And it might take a few tries to get it the way you want it to look like. And then if you still don't like it, you can always take it off. That's the good thing about doing it this way. It's easy to take off. You don't have to take apart the entire thing. So that's what my tail looks like, and I think it's really cute. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do the eyes and then weave in the ends and try to fix this little ear. So I'm just going to do the ears first, might as well. So you see how this one is like laying back? It's a really easy fix, okay? So you just go to the back of it and you just pull it to the front more, okay? And then it naturally comes forward and sticks up further. Now this one is already pulled up to the front, and if it gets pulled up to the front too much, it'll go like that. Easy fix, pull it back a little bit. Okay, that's very, very easy to fix. And then I'm not going to show you how to weave these in. You guys know how to weave in stuff. You just take it and then just pull it through, and then you just keep pulling it through till you hide it. Okay, so that's how you weave in those little ends for the ears. Now I'm going to show you how to do the eye things real quick. So you're going to go in, and you got to look, because there's white bands all over, but you got to find that one band that's for the eye part. As you can see, it's right there. You're just going to pull it, and you're going to pull it tight. Okay, now reach under one of the white chains, grab it, pull it through, and I'm just weaving it through under the white right there. Just pulling it through. And you can knot it if you want to, but it's not going to come out. So just like that. And then if you don't like the way yours looks, you just you tug on some of the eyes, and you can rearrange them too. And if you still don't like how it looks, you can make a new one and switch it out. So that's always nice when you can just redo it real quick. So I'm going to go in here. Now this one's, you just find the middle of the eye and you'll find it. This one's fallen out already. So pull it like that, and then just weave it in through the other white bands in there. Okay, just weave it in that, and then it pulls it tighter in the front. And so again, you can just stretch out your things till it looks like you like it to, and there you have it, your very own Panda fidget spinner case. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this Panda fidget spinner case, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. And go ahead and comment down below how you liked this case, and if you'd like me to do more cases like this, or if you'd like covers for your fidget spinner case better, or if you want like bracelets or pencil huggers, just go ahead and let me know down below so I know what you guys like the best. So that way I can start tailoring my videos to what you guys want instead of just whatever I come up with. And I think this is a really cute case, and it turned out really good. If you'd like more animal cases, let me know what animal and if you'd like a case. So if you want me to do an animal case, then you would write like dog case, because if you don't put the case, I'm gonna think you're talking about pencil huggers. So just make sure you put case on that so I know that you would like an animal case. And I think that's it. So thank you again for watching this whole video. I know it was kind of long. I hope yours turned out really good, and go ahead and post it on Instagram and tag me in it, and I will love to see all of your guys' cases that you made. And so I think that's it, and I already said that, I know, but thank you guys again and again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!